गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम्। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। पेज 140 वर्स 40। इदं रूप्यम् इदं वस्त्रम् इति यद्वद् इदं तथा असौ त्वम् अहमित्येषु स्वयमित्यभिमन्यते। अहं त्वाद्विद्यतां सत्त्वम् कूटस्थे तेन किं तव। स्वयं शब्दार्थ एवैषः कूटस्थ इति मे भवेत्। अन्यत्त्ववारकं सत्त्वम् इति चेदन्यवारणम् कूटस्थस्यात्मतां वक्तुः इष्टमेव हि तद्भवेत्। इष्टमेव हि तद्भवेत्। We were seeing the Chitradeep Prakaran, and you had heard that Chitradeep Prakaran has two portions. One is the Sankshep or the summary portion, and other portion is the elaborate description of the Satya and Mithya differentiation. So the summary portion was depicted by the painting, and in that painting, Dhaut Ghattita Lanchita Ranjita. The four stages of creation was mentioned, and ultimately it was proved that the Jivatva and Jagat was Mithya, and the Adhar Chaitanya, the consciousness which goes through the whole painting, the cloth alone is the Satyam. That separate cloth which is seen on a man is not separate, it is Mithya. After that, just to elaborate this, the four Akash, Ghatakash, Jalakash, Meghakash, and Mahakash, where was brought for discrimination of Jalakash and Ghatakash, and later on discrimination will be of Meghakash and Mahakash. In other words, as Jalakash or the sky reflected in the water in the pot veils the pot space, similarly the Jeev Bhav veils the Kutastha. And this discrimination or Vivek was being done from various angles. And to discriminate this example of this is silver, the shell portion, to the deluded person, this is shell is the right statement, but he sees that this is silver. This was the example which was being used, and if you had paid attention, you will understand it's not difficult. On the this is portion is same, that was called Samanya Ansh, general portion, unchanging portion. And the shell portion was veiled, it was Avrit Ansh or veiled portion. Because of Avran Shakti, Avriti, there were two Shakti of Mula Vidya. One was called Avriti, other was called Vikshep. So because of the Avriti, this shell was veiled, but because of Vikshep, this silver was projected. So there are three things: Samanyansh, Avrit Ansh, and Adhyast Ansh. Taking this analogy and taking this example, he proceeded further to tell that in us also there is something called changing portion and something is called unchanging portion. So he used the new word called Swayam, myself. So myself was happy, myself was sad, myself was dancing, myself was growing. So Swayam portion is unchanging, and on that unchanging Swayam portion there is lot of changing things which are associated with the Swayam. So, and not only in this, but this Swayam portion we also see while talking in the first person, second person, and third person. He himself was talking, or you yourself were saying this point. So when we see the Chetan world, we keep on seeing as this is Chetan, this is his life. But Swayam portion we don't attend, we are not attending. We superimposed on the Swayam portion the name, form, etc., Gun, Kriya, Sambandh, Rudhi, etc. You heard this point. And not only this, but this Swayam portion also we use in as this, the world is known as this, idam rupyam, idam vastram, iti yadvad idam yatha, tatha, asau tvam aham ityeshu, swayam ityabhimanyate. I hope you are following what was said. Not till this portion. So on the Swayam or the self, I have superimposed lot of things on me. And those false things, like on the silver, like on the thisness, this is shell. Thisness is associated with many things now. This is this. Like supposing somebody sees the snake on the rope. So rope is not known, this is rope. Somebody says this is the crack in the ground. Somebody says this is mala. So on this is other things are superimposed because of not knowing that. And the result is that Swayam itself is not known, and because we superimpose the limited thing, and after that my sorrow of being limited remains because I have not known the Swayam. The Swayam per se is not known. Swayam is always mixed with something false, and this is the truth-false mixture goes on. Satya nrite mithuni kritya. This is the truth-false mixture is going on. Acha. Typical mixture is there. But it happens, what can I do? Truth and false mixture is there. Like that Chetan is there, supposing. And the Chetan or the Kutastha is reflected in the thought. So that reflected thought is, the reflected Chetan is called reflected consciousness or Chidabhas. But very strange part. The thought or the gross and subtle bodies, they are They are in Vyavharik and Pratibhasik Satta, and Chetan is in Paramarthik Satta. They belong to different levels of reality. The consciousness is of the level of absolute reality. Body belongs to empirical reality, and thought belongs to pratibhasic reality. But how can that paramarthic thing reflect in something? How can it mix with something? The mixture is not possible. But still we see that, and we are a victim of this wrong mixture of the Chetan being reflected in the thought. See, Maya has done the work here, which is not possible that Maya can do. How can it reflect? How can it reflect? But it reflects. So that infinite Chetan, Swayam, is of the nature of timelessness and spacelessness. And the thought is always limited, body is always limited. So how can the Chetan, which is timeless and spaceless, can reflect into the thought? But it happens, it is reflected. How can it reflect? How can it, I which was kutastha, which was non-modifying, how could it reflect? But it reflects. This is our experience that it is reflecting. And we are out. And not only that it reflected, that the reflected Chetan has veiled the real Chetan. So Swayam has been veiled by something which is on the top of Swayam. Swayam has been veiled. And ठीक है, this we were seeing. अब स्वयं पे तो our attention is not there. Our attention is on the reflected I, that I am happy or I am not happy. Our attention is not that where is this I am happy seen, or where is, we doubt whether there is something else also. Something else also, this is the final thing. Idam. And idam rupyam, idam vastram, iti yadvad idam tatha, asau tvam ahamityeshu swayamitabhimanyante. This is the 40th slok which we had seen yesterday. तो हम लोग तो, now the discrimination is between the Swayam and the on, which is reflected on the Swayam. Swayam, the differentiation is between the Swayam and how that Swayam is now reflected on something else. On the same thing is there. कितनी बात बड़ी हो गई. So Kutastha has been mixed with the thought and something else has come up now. Now I have become someone which I am not, and I am trying to maintain that someone which I am not. क्या बात है, क्या बात है. What irony is there. तो क्या करा जाए? Let's move ahead and see what to do. Let's see what he has to say. 41st verse, which we have read yesterday. Today also we read, Aham aham tvat vidyatam swatvam. You can somewhere mark it. What is question, what is answer also. This is a poor paksh question is raised. Aham tvad vidyatam swatvam. He said, we are saying that ego is different than Swayam. Well, yes, I am saying because ego is which is reflected in something in that, and Swayam is the original one without reflection. It is like that. It is like your face is there, you are seeing in the mirror. So this is Swayam. And what is reflected face is ego. Why? Because it is reflected in the thought. In the thought. So there are three things. One is the Swayam, which is non-reflect, which is the unlimited and non-differentiated. This is one. So what is Kutastha? Which is one, which is non-modifying, which is not having a shape, which is Chetan, which is all-pervading, which is not having birth and death. Now, there is a thought came. In that thought, the same thing reflects, and it is called ego. Well, I don't know what you are talking. No, you have understood it. There is nothing I am saying which is difficult. You have heard. So this is called Swayam, and the reflected one is different. Now this same Swayam, which is all pervasive, has become local aham, like local artists are there. Local artists. Local word is not good. If you say no, he is international artist. He is a local artist. Local means who performs only in that city. He is local brahmachari. He is a local Swamiji. There is a local problem here. Local water crisis is there. Electricity has locally gone. So that total Kutastha is now reflected in the thought, and it has become local. Number 2, it has become many. Number 3, it has become with shape. Number 4, it has become modifying. Local, many, shape, modifying. Number 5, it is going to have rebirth. Number 6, it is tormented and happy and sad because another reflection is troubling him. Other reflection is troubling him. One reflection is troubled by another reflection. Imagine that. One reflection is troubled by another. And he forgets that he is the one which was non-modifying. This is called, differentiate karo bhai, this is the issue. Differentiate between Swayam and wrong aham. Wrong aham. Moment you say, this my sorrow is false, you won already 70-80% of the battle. It is false sorrow which is there, or this is false happiness. But if you are forgetting that Swayam, which is one, which is all pervasive, which is non-modifying, which does not have birth and death, which is of the nature of consciousness. I forgot that. And I am identified to this one. Which one? Which is coming and going, which was born and dying, which is modifying, which is competitive, which loves and hates, which is under insecurity, which is becoming old. They don't say how young you are, they say how old are you. How old are you? Even if the boy is young, how old are you? They say how young are you, they don't say. They say how old are you. They should have said after certain age only they should have how old are you. Say after 40, 50. Then they should how old are you. Before that they should ask how young are you. Who is now growing in age? Who is under lot of stress or who is under joy? Well, I will change. Who will change? Who has relatives? Kutas doesn't have relative. Only one is Kutas, he is Putast. He doesn't have relative. And he is Tatast. To have relative, you should be finite. You should be modifying. Then only you can become mother. Then only you can become father. Then you can become chachi. Then you can become son. Son was not there throughout the Srishti. He became son only after certain time. So there is a total difference between Swayam and wrong I. Not even the difference like chalk and the cheese. What is the difference between chalk and cheese? Is the difference between the seer and the dreamer. One which is in 3 states is Swayam. And one which comes and goes in dreamer is there. And they became waker, like you are listening right now. This is one I. But another I is there who is not listening. Who has not come after deep sleep. Because in deep sleep it was there, so why will it come? Who didn't wake up. To wake up you should have slept. That will not sleep. To sleep you have to dissolve in some other cause. Other than this kutas, nothing is there, so where will it dissolve? So I did not get up. I did not sleep. I did not dream. Since I am born, I never slept. Neither I woke up. Neither I dreamt. Neither I became angry. Neither I demanded anything. Neither I had any relative. Neither I grew old. Neither I had any gender. Neither I went anywhere. Neither I talked to anybody. Neither I held anything. Neither I was sad. Neither I was happy. This is the statement of Kutas. Don't objectify it. You'll become philosopher then. Philosopher in mind is not okay. Boli bahut philosopher type aadmi. That means he's abnormal. Following it. But another duplicate came. In the film there are duplicates. our certain heroes and heroines. So when a stunt has to be done, the duplicate does the stunt. Jumping is there, jumping in fire. Or sometimes they have duplicate voice also of the respective actor and actresses. There are people who imitate exactly as they do it. Like Sudesh Bhosle is there. He imitates various artists. You don't know. I think he gave for, here also he gave a clip. काहे की clip थी? अन्नपूर्णा की. Something was there. Bhajan. He sang a bhajan. Acha. He's a bhajan singer also. Oh. He's a bhajan singer also and mimic also. Acha. And exactly he will imitate. Exactly, you cannot make it any differences there. Sometimes original says, say, I'm not coming, you just give that advertisement. So the original will come, but the mimic portion, he will do the voice over. And charge lakhs of rupees for 1 minute of voice. Not that anything without charge. Sneezing also they charge. You hear that? दुनिया में ना पैसे ही पैसे की बात करते हैं लोग. Anyway, but ours he did free of cost. He sang for us in, I think, Ram Navami program or something in 22 or somewhere. We had one day Ram Navami, 24-hour. Once or 2 years, I think we had 24-hour Ram Navami. If you remember that. Quite an excitement was there. Lot of prasad was made, Govind was made. So there is a real one. Only again we will have. COVID has gone, people have become very busy, another world has come out. Let's first complete this. We will see what to do later on. The night you were chanting. You always chanting in the night. Ram Sahasranam. Ram Sahasranam. Night you chanted. अलग अलग प्रोग्राम क्या क्या दिस हॉल हैज विटनेस्ड सो मच. कितना कुछ हुआ है इस हॉल में. So many pujas, so many Sahasranam Archana. Here only Vishnu Sahasranam Archana was done earlier. In this hall only. So many satsang. So this kutastha, which is called Swayam, we become reflected one and forgetting the original one. So we act as a duplicate of ourselves. And not act, but for us duplicate as reality, real one is not there. Only duplicate one is reality. Now, Swayam word we use. He himself was talking, she herself was talking, I am myself, I am talking. Everything is known as there is superimposition on the self, on the Swayam. Now Purupaksh comes. He said, 1 minute. I have one small question. What is the question? Aham tvat vidyatam swatvam kutasthe ten kim tava. He is saying, Aham tvat vidyatam. Let this wrong I be different than the Swayam. But what then kutastha has to do with you? Ten means by differentiation of wrong I and Swayam, what is happening to the kutastha? Answer. This was question. First line is a question. Answer is given, my dear. Kutastha alone is mentioned by the word Swayam. Swayam Shabdartha Evesh Kutastha iti me bhavet. This is my approach. Me bhavet means this is my approach. It is not, but why did you change the Kutas word to Swayam? First, I understand with lot of difficulty. And when I understand, you change it. Already I am troubled. Don't trouble me more. No, you cannot be troubled. You are Kutast, you cannot be troubled. No, but you are saying you are Swayam. No, Swayam, Kutast word has been given a name Swayam. But why you change it, Swayam? I change it. Slowly you change it. You know, sometimes they send the minutes. The minutes sometimes they change. So, the Kutast word is called Swayam just to indicate that it is of your own self. But no. But why not Kutast? Because Kutast you are not subjectifying. Therefore, I am using the word self so that you can subjectify Kutast. And you can understand, because normally we use the word self more rather than Kutast. We don't say my Kutast. We don't say Kutast word. Kutast, then why did you startingly, why did you use the word Kutast? From the beginning you should have used the word Swayam. No, I will not use. Why? Because Kutast I had to tell something is unchanging. So that means Swayam word you brought it to make it more subjectifying. And Kutast word was to unchanging, exactly. If initially I had used the word Swayam, the problem would be you would have not understood it is unchanging. And therefore, I deliberately first created a samskar of Kutast and then changed its name to Swayam. So that you can understand wrong self and right self. Right self is unchanging, unmodifying, like the anvil is there, on which all the changes takes place, but the anvil does not change place, takes changes, on which the goldsmith is making all the changes. Therefore, I use the word Kutas deliberately. Bole, you used or in the scriptures? No, scriptures. I told in Bhagavad Gita, 2-3 places Kutast word has come. So it is not my discovery. These words are used. Okay. Now he is asking another question. 42nd clue also we have read if you remember. If you don't remember, no problem. But if you remember, it will be very good. Keep the mind alert. Now he is saying, who? Purpaksh. Well, how come so much question comes in the Purpaksh? For us, we have no questions. How come there are so many questions? If you think, then you will have questions. If you don't think, two people have no questions. Totally ignorant and a jnani. I put you in the jnani category. So, it is said here, Anyat varakatvam swatsvam sattvam iti chet. This should be in inverted comma. Anyatva varakatvam sattvam. This is inverted comma. Inverted comma means this is a question before iti. He said Swayam word and Panchadashi. Just you keep on following the words. This is where Sanskrit knowledge will help you. Otherwise you won't know what is the question, what is the answer, where question came, where answer came, and depth will not come in your thinking. You will understand, you will talk, but you will not be deep. And something is not deep, then it doesn't touch us. Then it will be superficial talk, superficial thinking. It is not absorbing thinking. It is not something you have absorbing talk. Therefore, we are very particular about how which is question, how it has come. Here the student is asking the question. Supposing you have to take class of Panchadashi, supposing, but never I'll take. I'll take Sundarkand, I'll take Ramayana, I'll take Hanuman Chalisa. or I'll take Bhagavad Gita. I will never take Panchadashi. Arey, without, sometimes teaching is a way to understand. So, supposing you have to say, then you will be clueless. कि क्या क्या आ रहा है. अन्यत्व वारकम स्वत्वम. He is saying, student is saying, Purpaksh is saying, the word Swayam removes otherness. Well, yes, it removes otherness. So this word will remove otherness. Then, if this word removes otherness, this is 42nd slok. If the word self excludes everything other than self, yes, that I say, this is my own pen. So this is exclusion of non-self will be there by using the word self. Then, so when non-self is excluded and self is revealed, what would be left? Nothing will be left. That means you alone will be left. If the word Swayam is excluding non-self, then only self will be there. And this is what I also wanted. That you should discriminate between self and not self. So excluder of not self will remove and revealer of self. Means what? Means very important thing. That means when you use the word self, in the non-self will come gross body, subtle body, reflected consciousness, world, and this is what I was wanting to do. So you have made my words right and successful. Because when I'm using the word self, dhyan dena, self cannot be two, self can be one only. Self will be non-changing only. Self can be, you cannot say I'm two. You cannot say I'm two. I will say which one is talking. Supposing you say I'm two, A and B, which is talking? A or B? How can you be two? How can you be two? So one boy was there in his room, he had put photograph when I was 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 7, like this. I said, which one you are? He said, all. I said, how can you be all? You are one or more than one? He said, one. Then how can you be many this? Then shall I take it out? No, don't take it out. Don't take it out. Let it be there. But which one you are? How can you be many? What common sense says, you don't need, just understand. How can you be many? That means this gross body you should not be there. And this will be more changing. Your body after 10 years will be different. 10 years back it was different. Remember that? Whole hairs were black obviously. All hairs were black. Yours are still black. You die or what? Okay. I'm not saying who dies and who doesn't die. These are personal things, should not be talked like that. But I am saying, why I am asking you, see your photograph 10, and I see my photograph 10 years back. Totally body has changed. I had not a single hair was white of this beard. अब beard white होगी कैसे black रह गई ये कैसे क्या है मतलब? What is the logic behind that? Is it like that? Acha, how do you know? हाँ ये रीजन है. हाँ अच्छा ऐसा तो नहीं है. Body has changed, mind has changed. You cannot say mind is same. Priorities have, intellect has changed. Somebody else was important, some other issues were important. So many things in the world was important. Makeup was important, looks were important. No, it has changed. No, something changes. How can you be the self? Because self is unchanging. So when the self is unchanging, the word self indicates that which excludes everything other than self. So non-self is excluded. So non-self is many. Non-self cannot be one. Self is one, non-self is many. So whatever is many will be non-self. Body is non-self. Mind is non-self. RC is non-self. Because they are all many. How can they be me then? And this is what I wanted to exclude. Exclude means to differentiate the self and the non-self. So by the word self or swayam, I have taken out all non-self. So what shall you do? Let it be there. But I am not related to it. Let it be there. Somebody is going on the road. You cannot say she is my wife. Or let the girl be, or he is my husband. I have nothing to do. Let it go. It is, let it be there. Let it be there. Why should I form a relation with it? Because after forming a relation, you become very affected by that relation. I have nothing to do with, let it be there, whatever is there. Are you differentiating mentally or intellectually, I mean? So here is saying, student says, Anyatva Varakam Swatvam. He said, if you are using the word Swayam, you are making everything other than the self, non-self. He said, exactly. This is what I wanted to do. And therefore I had deliberately shifted from the word Kutast to Swayam. So Kutast was for connoting something else and Swayam is to connote something else. Although both are same. So Anyatva, Anyavaranam, Ishtameva. See second line. You have to join this Anyavaranam with Ishtam. Ishtam means desired. This is what I wanted. Ishtameva. And therefore, Kutasthasya Atmatam Vaktuhu. The Kutast is same one. Iti evhi tanbhavet. This is the sentence. I hope this sentence is clear for you. If it is not clear, please make it clear. Make it clear. Okay. Now let's see the next word. Next verse, not word. Next verse or next shlok. What is there? Swayam. This is 43rd. 4-3. Swayamatmeti paryayo Tina loke tayo saha prayogo nastyata swatvam. देखो चेन उतरी किसी की. दिस इज प्रयोगो नास्त्यतः सत्वम. प्रयोगो नास्त्यतः स्वत्वम. आत्मत्वम चान्यवारकम. If you are not able to, supposing you can't read along, just break it. So, prayogo nasti. This word is nasti, not nasta. It is nasti. So, prayogo nasti, atah sattvam. मतलब नाश्ता नहीं है, ये नहीं मतलब है. प्रयोगो नास्ति, ना अस्ति. Iko yanachi sandhi is there, therefore E has become ya. E has become ya. Don't say ya. One person got a job in Google. So he said, you got a job in Google. He said, Yahoo! He was suspended. He said, your job, no. So, Swayam Atmeti Paryayau Bhavataha. Bhavata you can add later on. Now, in 43rd verse, what is said here? Swayam Paryaya means synonymous, synonyms. So people use the words Swayam and Atma as synonyms, Paryaya. Paryaya. Synonym. Two words having the same meaning is called Paryaya Vachi. Like Pankaj, Kamal, Utpal. All are Paryaya Vachi. They are called synonymous. Synonymous. This is synonymous. Like moon, Sudhakar. Sudhakar is the meaning of moon. Sudhakar. Chandrama. Chandrama. Sudhakar. Himkar. Himanshu. All are Paryaya. Himanshu, who has a cool rays, is called moon. Anshu, Anshumali, sun is called Anshumali. Surya. So one word can have many, and one thing can have many words. Similarly, Swayam word and Atma word are synonyms. See, Swayam, Atma, Paryayau Bhavatah. Full stop. They will be Paryayavachi. Then what you want to say? Ten. Ten means therefore. Therefore, loke tayoho sa prayoga nasti. You have to join both the sentence. In the world, both are not used together. Ahama, Swayam Atma. I am Swayam Atma. You don't use that. Either you are Swayam or you say I am Atma. You say myself, not Atma self. I am self Atma. Either you use the self or other you use the word Atma. You don't use the word self and Atma together in the world. Okay. Acha, I understood now. Understood. So, prayogo nasti. Ataha swatvam atmatyam cha anyavarkam. And therefore, the word self or the Atma is excluding the non-self. The word Atma or the self is excluder of the non-self. So when you use the word self, you don't use it lightly, you use it seriously, because the very self is one and non-self is many. Number one difference. Number two difference. Self is changing. No, self is not changing and non-self is changing. Number two difference. Number three difference. Self is unborn, non-self is born. Number three difference. Number four difference. Non-self is always have a shape, therefore self does not have a shape. So when you discriminate, then you can use the self with a meaning. You use the word self, but you use it loosely, without knowing the meaning. You use that self. Like, before coming into class, you must have heard the word Brahman, but you did not know what is Brahman. Or you had known the word Atma. Atmanand, name is also there. But meaning of Atma is not known. Meaning of Atma is not known. But we use the word without knowing the depth of that meaning. So people use these words, but they don't use self and Atma together. And both are excluders. Excluders. Actually, in Nyaya Shastra, so there is a definition of the word Nam. And the word Nam, they have used the definition that which separates. That which separates one from other is called name. Supposing somebody's name is Ram, that means he is not Shyam, he is not Ghanshyam, he is not Purn Shyam. His name is only Shyam. So, Vyavartakatvam Namatvam. This is definition of Nam, which separates one from other. So very name, when you always use the word aham, I thought like that, I, myself, I am thinking, myself, then you have excluded world, excluded body, excluded mind, excluded reflected consciousness. By using the word self, you are excluding. But you use the word wrongly. You use the word not knowing the meaning. If you are using the word self and you are saying self is not changing, then it should not be any relation relative with the non-self. Okay. I hope you are catching that. Now he has another question. So much questions he has. So much patience teacher has to have to answer all the questions. So he has 44th question, 44th verse. Ghatas swayam na janati ityevam swatvam ghatadishu acetaneshu drishtam che drishyatamatma sattvatah. So here, this is again a Purupaksh. 44th verse. He is saying that you are saying that the word self is used everywhere. Well, yes, I am saying that. Like you use the word pot does not know itself. Well, yes, Ghata swayam na janati. Or you can say water flows by itself. Water flows by itself. So there also self is coming. Well, yes, there also self is coming. But evam swatvam ghatadishu. Therefore, swayam is in the ghat also. Self is in the pot also. Because everything I can say like that. That this desk is sitting here by itself. Everywhere we will use the word self. Well, we can use the word self. Don't you think that these are inert things and you are using the self unnecessarily? Evam achetaneshu, in the achetan, in the inert things, you are using the word self, and which is not there. Drishtam chet, after chet full stop. If I say that this word self is unnecessarily, you are extending it from the chetan to achetan. Supposing I say like that. So he says, Vidarana says, Drishyatam, let it be seen in the non-self also. What? Let the self be in the inert also. Yes. Why? Atma sattvataha. Why? Tell me one thing. You said you are kutastha. Yes. Yes, I said. I am kutastha. I am swayam. Achha. That swayam which is there. It is in deep sleep? Well, yes. It is with shape, without shape? With shape. No, without shape. No, with shape. No, without shape. It is without shape. Because if it is with shape, it should not be present in the deep sleep. It is with shape, you need another seer to know it. Then who is saying, then you will be that seer which is knowing that, because anything with the shape has to be illumined by something else, then only it will be known. So this kutas should be without shape. Well, yes. Without shape or with shape? Without shape. Very good. Now if it is without shape, then all pervading. If it is without shape, it should be all pervading. Yes. If it is all pervading, what about the where the inert all pervading can't exist with something else? Like these two things are coexisting. This is also existing, this is also existing. So this is existing. For your information, see, this is there. So if two things are existing, so this should end, then second should start. Bole, I understood, please keep the paper. So if this was, if this was, then the world cannot coexist along with the all-pervading thing. Therefore, the world, where world will go? So actually all world is pervaded by the Kutastha consciousness only. And therefore when you use the word self, it is moving by itself, or desk is sitting by itself, water is falling by itself. What is the problem there? Why you have the problem? You mean to say the Atma is there also? Let it be there. Drishyatam. तुम्हें समस्या क्या हो रही है? What problem you have? No, but there is no Chetan there. Wow. Who told you Chetan is not there? Who told you Chetan is not? Then it is. Don't differentiate the inert. Don't say consciousness and inertness. Consciousness is not opposed to inertness. Sentiency is opposed to inertness. Consciousness pervades inertness also. Consciousness is not opposed to inertness. Are you following this? This point we had already discussed many times. Now this one or two verses are on this point. What is said in 45th verse? Chetana Chetana Abheda Kutastatmakrita nahi Kintu buddhi krita bhasa kritai vetyavagamyatam. बोले देखो ऐसा है, this difference between inertness and sentiency is not na kutastatmakrita. It is not caused by kutastha and chetan. Please follow all these points. Understand? This difference between inertness and sentiency is not caused by consciousness or kutastha or swayam, because that is all pervasive. Then who caused it? Kintu buddhi krita bhas krita eva. It is created by buddhi. In the buddhi there is a reflection of the consciousness, then it is called sentient. If it is without buddhi, it is called inert. Sada sarvagatopyatma na sarvatra bhasate buddhave vavabhaseta swachheshu pratibimbavat. Atma is everywhere, but it shines in the intellect also. And when it shines in the intellect, it is called Ji. Why you call dead body? Dead body means that buddhi has gone, reflecting medium has gone. Body is not, body was ever dead, but reflecting medium has gone. So that sentiency which was being lent to the body is no more is sentient. Now it is as good as other object. It is as good as mud, or as good as the furniture. Acha. It is not to be discarded. Supposing I bring a buddhi here and reflect the buddhi consciousness here, this will become alive. So this will start dancing, or this will automatically sit here when I will come here. And this will also say like that. Yes, yes, yes. Like the, you know what is it called? क्या बोल, हाँ? No. क्या बोलते उसको? कठपुतली जिसको. String puppets. And they walk also, they talk also, the puppets are there. I hope you. So you are saying that Swayam word is used everywhere. You are right. So it is not that consciousness is localized. It is absence of the reflected consciousness, which is because the reflecting medium is not there. Therefore, reflected consciousness is not there. OC is everywhere, but because absence of RM, the RC is not there. And therefore, absence of RC, reflected consciousness and reflecting medium, you call it inert. Although inert has no opposition with the consciousness. Inert has opposition with sentiency. Sentiency. Don't confuse sentiency and consciousness, or conscious and consciousness. Conscious is different, consciousness is different. Consciousness is all around. Conscious is because of certain mind. I am conscious. He has got back into conscious. He is again conscious. That means again mind has come back. He is still not conscious. But consciousness is there. I hope you are clear. If it is not clear, what can we do other than again study? In Vedanta, you have to just study a lot and listen a lot. Whole day nothing else to do. Write notes, study, read, contemplate. Well, who will work? Work is not too much here. So much work is there in my life. We'll see more tomorrow. Hari Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.